In 1932, the United States government recruited 399 black men in Alabama. They were told they were receiving free health care. They were told they were being treated. They were being watched die. The men had syphilis. The government knew. Doctors knew. And for 40 years, they did nothing. They tracked the disease. They documented the deterioration. They attended the funerals. They called it a study. In 1947, 15 years before the experiment ended, penicillin became the standard cure for syphilis. It was cheap, it was available, it was effective. The doctors had it. They chose not to give it. Men went blind. Men lost their minds. Men died. Their wives were infected. Their children were born with the disease. And every year, a U.S. government doctor signed off on continuing. The experiment didn't end because someone grew a conscience. It ended in 1972 because a whistleblower leaked it to a journalist. When it became public, the government's response was not prosecution. It was not prison. It was a formal apology delivered 25 years later by Bill Clinton to the 5 survivors still alive to hear it. The doctors who ran it retired with full pensions. This was not a rogue operation. It was funded by the U.S. Public Health Service, approved annually, staffed by licensed physicians, reviewed by medical institutions. It was not a mistake. It was a decision made every single year for 4 decades by ordinary people who went home to their families every night and came back the next morning and made it again. The Tuskegee experiment is now in the history books, which means we are supposed to believe it is behind us. But the legal framework that allowed it, government medical authority over vulnerable populations, was never dismantled. Only the one experiment was stopped. So the question is not whether this happened. The question is what makes you certain